Hey y'all, it's Nat. So I just wanted to do like a reading blog, kind of like a what I've been doing lately. It's been a while since I did a video. Sometimes it gets kind of hard to record regularly like I want to, but here we are, right? Happy Sunday. Um, this week actually I did some really good reading. I actually had, if I keep looking this way, it's because I'm looking at my iPad. Because I have my Kindle down here and I have my iPad over here on the charger. Hold on. Let me get this in front of me so I don't have to keep looking over there. Um, so this week I actually finished 3 books, right? And it's funny because well, I'm not gonna say 2 were arcs. One was an arc. I did get an advanced copy of another one, but I just finished it and it's already released. So I'm still gonna say it was 2 arcs technically. So the first one that I finished, it was called This Side of Beautiful by Ty. Let me tell you, loved it. 5 stars. This story was amazing. And just to kind of, and I'm going to put a picture of it up here, but just to kind of give you the synopsis of this one, if it'll let me get the synopsis, child. Let me see. Hold on. Why y'all not letting me get the synopsis? Okay. It ain't let me get the synopsis, y'all. Wait one moment. Trying to get my good old iPad working right, but it don't want to do right. So you know what? We're going to Goodreads over here so we can go ahead and give me what I need. Okay, so the book description says Janae Warner had it all: platinum records, sold out arenas, and a life in the spotlight. But the same fire that fueled her rise burned everything down. Branded as unstable and unredeemable, she disappeared from the world she once ruled. Now, after years away, Janae is stepping back into the industry she left behind, determined to reclaim her voice and prove she's more than the headlines. Returning to Houston, the city that built her and broke her, Janae faces more than the pressures of a comeback, right? The emotional storm she's battled for years still churn within, and while her drive to succeed is unwavering, the world is watching, waiting to see if she will rise again or fall harder than before. Landon Hayes, y'all. Landon, that's my dude with the guitar Hayes. He is important. Okay. Landon Hayes, a quiet, brilliant guitarist, moves through life with a rhythm that and focus that sets him apart. His calm, structured world feels like a contradiction to Janae's relentless highs and lows, yet their connection feels unexpectedly natural. He is a steady presence that both settles and intrigues her in ways she never imagined. As their bond deepens, Landon's unwavering presence forces Janae to confront the vulnerability she's worked so hard to bury. Trusting someone who sees through the walls she's built may be her greatest risk, but it could also be her path to a second chance she thought she never deserved. When I tell you, I feel all the feels with this one. This one tackles like mental health. I'm not going into detail about it, but it does tackle mental health. It tackles situations where you starting from the bottom, now you're here pretty much. Like she was at the top, she went to the bottom, and now here she is trying to reclaim things. You reclaim her name back to fame, if you want to say it. Um, it was very angsty. It was written very well. If you've ever battled anything relating to like the characters did in the story, you're gonna relate to it so well. It's very relatable. It's definitely enter it with care because it does tackle mental health issues and other things too. Because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. This book comes out on May 6th, if I'm not mistaken. This is a traditionally published one with Honey Press. Is it Honey Press? It's Honey Press, yes. Honey Blossom Press? Honey Blossom Press. Yes, Honey Blossom Press. So it is a very, very good read. I really enjoyed that one. Um, the other book that I finished, and this was like a really quick read for me, it was called Biggie by Ashantay Keys. This is by an indie author. And this one, it was really quick, it was only 99 pages. I just needed something light after reading This Side of Beautiful, which does tackle a little heavier topic. It wasn't like draining though, but it was a heavier topic. So, but Biggie. Let me tell y'all what this is about. Hold on. Let's see. Let me get it up here. Let me get it. And this is really quick, right? One night of mind blowing, toe curling, orgasm centric passion is all it was, right? After the night, both Wallace, Biggie, Harper, and Tuesday Adams were fine, leaving it at that. However, 2 years later, the pair unexpectedly crossed paths. Now, what was once a secret bonds them in ways they never imagined. Choices must be made, and lives are forever changed. Will lust become love? And if so, can it survive? When I say things transpire, they meet, something happens, boom, it's 2 years later, and the events just keep right on flowing. Like it was a lot of things that was going, a lot of moving parts happened. But it was a pretty quick read. I actually enjoyed it. It was entertaining. Biggie was my dude. I really like Biggie. I did. I did. I enjoyed Biggie. And lastly, what I read recently, and I actually just got finished with it this morning. I also had the audio. Like I said, it was I'm part of the Libro FM, the AOC. It's a like their influencer program. And so this is one of the books that I chose for April. And I actually finished it this morning. And this book, I can't remember when it came out. Let me see. When did it come out? It just came out. Let me see. Um, April 1st. It just came out April 1st. And this is Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. Now, if you never read Abby Jimenez, what are you doing? Because Abby Jimenez has a way of writing rom-coms. You actually, it's like a quirky, you will laugh. Like some of the stuff, I'm like, where did she get this stuff from? And it is really, I really enjoy Abby Jimenez. I really do. And this one, loved it. And something else. So I'm a big audio person. I love audiobooks, right? Because it does help me get through stories faster, especially with so many things I have going on. Um, Duet narration, and I do understand it's hard getting narrators together at the same time, and it costs more. It's a lot of moving parts. But when I tell you duet narration is the best narration, full cast is pretty much better than that. But duet narration, oh my gosh. Because sometimes, and this is not bashing anybody, sometimes the female narrator may not do the male's voice, you know, I'll say to your liking. I'm not gonna say well, I'm gonna say to your liking. Vice versa with the male, he may try to, he'll narrate the female parts and it doesn't come off to your liking. And it kind of spoils the stories for you. You know what I mean? So duet narration where you have the female do all, she speaks on all the female parts and then the male does all of the male parts, it definitely brings another level of experience to you when you're listening to it. But if you want to know what Say You Will Remember Me is, here's a synopsis here. Let me see. From the number one New York Times bestselling author of Just for the Summer, and that was really good as well, comes a new playful yet deeply emotional contemporary romance. There might be no such a thing as a perfect guy, but Xavier Rush comes disastrously close. I probably messed that word up. Disastrously. Okay. A gorgeous veterinarian giving Greek god vibes, all while cuddling a tiny kitten. Immediately, yes. That is until Xavier opens his mouth and proves that even sculpted gods can say the absolute wrong thing, like really wrong. Of course, there's nothing Samantha loves more than proving a whole wrong. Okay. Unless, of course, he can admit he made a mistake. But after one incredible and seemingly endless date, possibly the best in living history, Samantha is forced to admit the truth that her family is in crisis and any kind of relationship would be impossible. Samantha begs Xavier to forget her, to remember their night together as a perfect moment, as crushing as that may be. Only no amount of distance or time is nearly enough to forget that something between them. Yeah. And the only thing better than one single perfect memory is to make a life and even a love worth remembering. So, this story, it touched a lot of parts in me. Just like this side of beautiful. This one, I'm not gonna say it's heavy, heavy, but it's definitely something. Because Samantha ends up helping to take care of her mom, and her mom has dementia, and that's not spoiling anything. That's just you understanding the things that's going on into this story. And so you just imagine all the things that's going on relating to that. I think Abby wrote it with care. She did a really good job with this as well. I laughed. Their date was hilarious. I really enjoyed that one date that they had in the beginning. That date, it was just hilarious how everything transpired from that. But it was a really good story. I really enjoyed it. The narration was on point. They tackled a lot of things that I don't know if a lot of people were built for it. I don't, because some people don't want to deal with those types of things when you're getting to know someone. And I'm not going to say what those things are, but it's a lot going on in the story. But at the end of the day, it was a very good story. I enjoyed it. It has Abby's comedic flair to it. It says contemporary romance, and it is, but it's definitely like a rom com-ish type thing as well. And the narrators really did a good job as far as like I guess capturing the personalities of the characters. I thought that was a really good thing too. So I really enjoyed that this week as well. Um, I think that's it for me. But however, currently what I'm currently reading, right? I had to go to the mafia situation, right? And so go back to my iPad, y'all. So what I'm currently reading, let me show you a picture if I can here. Is it up here? It's taking a long time, y'all. Taking a long time. Let me see. Anyway, what I'm reading currently is I'm reading this. What is it? The DeSantis Cartel by Casey Mills. Let me tell you something. One of the genres that I love is going to be an arranged marriage, a mafia type, contemporary romance, friends to lovers, all those things. I'm gonna love all those things. But something about like cartel type things is a thing for me. But anyway, that's what I'm currently reading. I will put a picture up here because I can't pull it up for whatever reason on my iPad. But anyway, that's all I have. That's just my vlog. That's what I've been doing recently. I don't know what else I'm gonna read this week. I think DeSantis cartel will be the last. Well, I don't want to say the last thing for the month. It might be because I have a lot of other things that's going on. I do plan to do a video relating to the Black Romance Book Fest because that is like winding down. It's like next month, and we got a lot of things that's going on. You may hear the little one in the background because she has arrived. So until next time.